Hello everybody, welcome to a video. My name is Sam and welcome back to Cozy Game Restoration, the playtest. This is episode 3 of the amazing 8-episode series that we're doing where we're cleaning out and making sure that these cartridges are really nice before putting them on our shelf. So we've done the first 2 here, as you can see, and we are planning on trying to get this out. I don't know what this October 1st is. I'm guessing that's when the actual game is possibly going to release, what would be really awesome. It does mean that I'm a little way away, but let's sort of get into it and see what we can actually do. You can see that my money in the top right is $197.77, which means that I'm actually at less money than I was on the previous episode, what means that I don't know why, but I guess my money can go up and down. It's fine. We should have enough money to be able to purchase all of these boxes, and that's great. That means that we're going to be able to mess around with this, see what we can actually do, and yeah, I think I'm just going to go through the normal order. So box number 3. What is behind box number 3 for $3.02? What is it? So we're going to go with the same sort of aspect of the previous episodes. I'm going to just sort of take these apart and sort of see what we can do, try and clean them, try and get them to as close to 100% as possible when it comes to everything as much as possible. And hopefully we do get a 100 on everything at some stage. That would be really awesome. Definitely when the game comes out, I am going to be excited to be able to actually check that out and see what we can actually do when it comes to that, because I believe I would be able to actually get a full 100% one at some stage, and I'm excited to be able to actually try and do that. Come on, please. There you go. But yeah, tonight, as I'm recording this, because I'm actually recording this 2 hours after the previous episode actually released, I am actually really excited because I get to be able to play a little bit more. I've got some stuff to do earlier in the day, so I kind of need to do an all-nighter. So it's not the best thing to do, obviously, but let's open up the box and see what we've actually got. Yeah, all-nighters are just a common thing that I occasionally do, and it just means that I get to be able to record and see how it goes. So yeah, hopefully this sort of... Oh, it's Space Wars Animals 3D. I wonder what this is supposed to be based off of. It looks like it's supposed to be based off a Japanese thing, made in Japan, and yes, 100 yen. Very strange. I do wonder if these do actually have like a basis of what they're supposed to be based off of, because it would be really awesome to maybe see in the future some mods for this, to actually see proper cartridges, like old actual N64 cartridges, and even maybe they might even do other things than cartridges. Maybe you gotta fix discs and stuff. Like I used to play Simpsons Hit and Run, and come on, please, thank you. There you go. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I used to play games like Simpsons Hit and Run on like the GameCube and the PS2. It's actually one of my first PS2 games, and I would love if I could be able to actually... Okay, you go in there then. I would love if I was able to actually sort of repair a disc of like the PlayStation stuff or anything like that. Obviously, they're not going to be official. God, this is a really tough sticker. Do I need to put alcohol on it? Is that what I need to do? Or is it just pull enough? I guess pull enough. I'm pretty sure the alcohol is used for this now. So let's put some alcohol down, and we will then go from there. So I'll actually get that. And there you go. And there you go. So this alcohol should soak in and be fine, I'm guessing. I'm not sure fully, but we'll sort of go across and we'll slowly scrub all of this to be a little bit more clean. So yeah, what sort of games do you lot like? Like, is there a specific game that you really enjoy? Do you have little cozy games? I know that like it's weird to have sort of some cozy games sometimes. Some people don't like cozy games, and some people love them to so much that they just make that their main form of games that they play. I don't really have like many games that I sort of like sit down and chill out to. Like maybe Minecraft occasionally. What's really weird to think about, because it's not really a calm game for the most part, but I guess when you get to like a 4-year-old world that I have, it sort of becomes a little bit more calmer because you have less things to worry about. You don't really worry about having your gear. It's already 100%. Oh, it's already 91%. This is a very clean cartridge. Maybe we'll do 2 in this episode. Maybe. maybe it's a 2-for-1. What means that we're going to have less episodes in total, but it's still good, isn't it? But yeah, we'll definitely try and get to 100% as much as we can on this as well, especially from Mum and Dad here, that we'll try and get rid of, as well as I need to dry off this at some point. Yeah, so okay, so you got that, you got those, you got some of those, you've got some marks down here, some marks down there and there. So yeah, let's get the brush and we'll just sort of start scrubbing at least a little bit. But yeah, it's definitely something that, like, as I used to not have so much money when child and stuff, and I started getting into video games, it was certainly a very interesting thing to be able to play video games and experience them for like the first time. Because a lot of the time I would have one video game, such as Simpsons Hit and Run, and I would play the hell out of it. And I didn't care if I get past the level, or didn't care if I like done well or anything like that. In the end, it was just a bit of fun. And I never really got past level 1. And when one of my siblings got past level 1 of Simpsons Hit and Run, it was amazing. And I started like messing around with level 2. Since then, I've been able to complete the game multiple times, and I'm hoping that I could possibly do that as a little series or something at some point, because 100% of the game is kind of nice, and I would love to be able to just show it off and show why I would really love to see a Hit and Run 2 or even a remastered at some stage, but obviously the rights are kind of weird. I know Radical Entertainment has recently come back. What is the studio behind all of that? Let's just blow this off and see. This is looking pretty good already. So here we've got some marks here, 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 and over here. Okay. So I should be able to just sort of come in and... Oh, I can actually see them if I zoom in enough. Yeah, if I angle it, it's not so bad. Is it this toothbrush that needs being used for it? Or do I need this and then the toothbrush? Is that what this needs? I don't know. Especially as that's sort of gluey. Yeah, I guess the alcohol is sort of working for it, so that's helpful. That's good. It's good that I can sort of get this sort of sorted. Okay, more alcohol, and then more alcohol, and then just some stuff there, and I'll sort of go around the outside as well. I can see a mark there, 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 and there, and some up there. So yeah, like Simpsons Hit and Run is definitely one of the all-time, or my all-time childhood like dreams to be able to complete and stuff, and I was able to complete it in some of my adulthood. I think I did live stream it at the time. It was something that I was doing as like a part of like a series thing that I was doing for something, and then yeah, it's definitely something that I wanna revisit and redo, because God, this is such a good and well made game by Radical Entertainment, and they cut corners here, there, and everywhere, and it's amazing to see a game complete in modern day, to be fair. Even though it's a 2003 game, so it's just almost as old as me. it's the case of it's definitely something that I enjoy. Why am I got this? I don't want that. Let's just blow all of this off, and we'll start from there again. So just do that. It's looking pretty good. Oh, I don't want that in my hand. Okay. Let's get this and just quickly check. So there's spots there, spots up here, and across there, down here, and so there's still on there. So some over here, some up here somewhere, some across here, some across here, and I believe there was some like this way. I can double check. There's one down there. I'm missing it just slightly on there, and one down there, and yeah, this is going to be very difficult if I'm going to try and get the 100% at some point. It's going to be a lot of like backwards and forwards and stuff. So to be fair, it might just be one again, because I'm trying to get the 100%. It's just it's easy to get to the like 80 odd %. It's just the last little percentage that is a little bit more tougher, isn't it? But yeah. But yeah, other games were sort of in my childhood, and really like Simpsons Hit and Run really hit home for me. Like it definitely was one of the like I love this game, I need to use it, I need to play it, and all this other stuff. Like, it was something that I was definitely excited for. I think the only other thing that I was excited for that much was watching, like, Spider-Man 2 and the Scooby-Doo movies and stuff like that when I was little. But obviously they're sort of media. Well, it's all media, but, like, it's not a thing that you play with as such, it's just a thing that you just sit and watch. And as a very autistic person, it's nice to watch stuff that you enjoy. Okay, so this is pretty much most of the way there, at least on this side. Let's flip it over. Let's see what's actually going on over here. Okay, so another sticker. So let's grab that very quickly. See if we can grab that off. Nice. We want some alcohol on that, so we'll just do that very quickly. It doesn't look like any alcohol needs to go on the rest of this. It just looks like there's quite a bit of scratches. So let's see if we can rub some of this off and go through it with this. Oh, it's just a little bit dirty by the looks of it, so that's not too bad. And we'll just sort of try and rub in there, rub across here, and we'll just make sure that we clean it occasionally and it's all good. But yeah, as someone who grew up in the early 2000s and we didn't have much money, it was a lot of, like, sort of second-hand stuff and anything that people didn't want. So it took us a while to be able to sort of get new consoles, new games, anything else like that. It wasn't like, oh yeah, you get to play Skylanders. I think the only time that I actually played Skylanders was when I went over one of my best friend's houses. No, my best friend houses, because I didn't really have any friends. Still don't really have many friends. Definitely something that I would love to be able to have more, actually, is some friends to chat to and experience stuff with. It's nice to have friends and sort of share experiences. It's good to have partners and share experiences. But as time goes on and as life goes on, it happens. But yeah, as a person who grew up in the early 2000s, it was definitely very much it felt like as like a postponed perspective almost. I guess I would describe it as I grew up in the 2000s but had a 90s upbringing, but then quickly rose to like more 2000s and even further up, like the 2010s and all that, very fast over time. So I sort of got launched into technology instead of just sort of slowly tapped into it like people would often have. So I sort of connect with more people in their 30s often enough, or people in their late 20s, more than, well, I'm actually mid-20s now. God, I'm getting old. I am getting old. That's great. But yeah, it's normally like 30-year-olds and stuff like that I more connect with because of everything. Oh, God. Okay, so I think this bit here, up here, needs to be brushed with this. Because if I look at this with the light, yes, so you can see there's a lot of dirt and grime and everything in here. And that might be a mix of this, along with the brush. So we'll just sort of go across this and try and cover it up as much as we can. And what we'll do now is get the brush and just sort of scrub as much as we can, because that should have loosened it. And this should be good. And hopefully help a little bit. It says 100%, but I'm going to do all of this, and then I'm going to do the bottom bit because I know that's, or the actual cartridge itself, like all the way down here, because I can actually see there's a lot of stuff there. And I want to get as close as I can to that 100%. All hundreds, that's what I want at the current moment. So where is it? There's this, so let's just do all of that. That's always good to do. Let's get this. Okay, and I can see there's a little bit of grime still. So let's just see if we can just get some more of it done doing this. I wish I could hold two objects at the same time. Okay, I can see up here and down here. And then there's some more down this way there. And, okay. It'll be eventually clean. It's fine. It's fine. It's not like it's a retro cartridge or anything, and I'm scrubbing it with a hard bristle of a toothbrush. It's not like it's that or anything. It's fine. It's just a game. It's all good. Okay, so I've got all of this on the bottom here to be able to sort of get into. So let's flip it one last time. or as much of a last time as this would be. Let's just sort of get the base dirt off with this, and we will then go from there in just a moment. Nice. Let's just clean it off. It's good to clean off your tools. Yeah, the big thing that like stopped me from being able to pass like Simpsons Hit and Run in like my later life as well was the third level. The third level always confused me and got me stuck. I don't know why. Like a lot of Simpsons Hit and Run is pretty straightforward. The last level's awful, but most of it's pretty straightforward for the most part. Like the last level with like the last 3 missions are kind of weird and not so great. But it's nice to be able to sort of go back to games like that, especially as like you might have got stuck in childhood or earlier on in life, and it's like, you know what, it wasn't as hard as I thought. I was probably overthinking, or maybe just didn't quite understand what was needed to be done. And now I know what needs to be done. It's actually not as complicated as I thought, especially when like certain games you might realize were actually telling you what to do. It's definitely where I want to sort of look into some of the older games again. There's a few older games that would be kind of cool to be able to explore, especially as I maybe didn't experience them in my childhood. So let's go across very quickly and do this. So I can see there's grime over this side on that corner, and there's in that little area there, and there's on this little edge here, and then there's anything else? Ooh, not really. So, on this edge right here, so we'll just sort of wiggle the face of the brush through the wall, and we'll go across this. But I definitely want to see if this game would ever have mods. Like, this game is like, it can just be simple, like changing the cartridge design or whatever, adding new cartridges, and doing it all like that. But it would also be cool to be able to actually see if there would be any discs or anything else that would be somewhat retro. So there's this corner here. There's also this here. And what else? There's this right up there. There's that bit up there. There's these bits here and that little speck there. There's a little speck there. Okay. And we'll just sort of wean this into here and see if I can just sort of grind that out a little bit. And we'll just see if I can grind into this little hole a little bit. I don't know if this is how you do it, or you just sort of put the brush over it and just scrub backward and forwards, or you do like a weird circle, or like what do you do for a lot of this? Especially is like, do you need to actually change like the angle of the camera to sort of match up with it, or does it just sort of do it as you sort of glide across it? I don't know. It's very strange. That all still seems... Okay, I don't think I'm going to get 100% on this one. I think I'm sadly have done everything I can possibly do for this cartridge. Yeah, I'm not getting that far into that. I'm guessing it's probably a mix of isopropyl alcohol and some other stuff, so it's annoying, but this is what we've ended up with. Space Wars Animals 3D from 1990X Spaghetto? Spaghetto, yeah, Spaghetto. And it's the Spaghetto. Made in Japan. Okay, cool. Let's complete. We're finished cleaning. It's as good as I'm probably going to be able to get it. So it is a shooter. It's a regular, and it was purchase value was $3.02. And market value now is $3.47. And I got a 400. I didn't... Ooh, that was... Yay. I am so happy to get that. I didn't realize that I had a 400. I was cleaning the hell out of it, trying to make sure that it was clean, and it is clean. What means that not only did we get an S-Class, but we also done like a 400% on that. I am so proud of that, finally. On episode 3 out of the 8 or whatever episodes that I'm doing for the playtest. So yeah, let's actually put that on the shelf. You could probably hear how like happy I am to actually know that I done that. That is really cool. So that's that there, and I'm guessing the gold there. Wait, D? Is that? Wait, it says D there. Uncommon. So there's this one here that's green. There's this one here that's regular, and then there's this one here that's regular, but it's gold. So I'm guessing this is because I've done full hundreds on it. It would be gold, or maybe it's just because it's selected at the moment. I don't know. That's really weird, and it also... Reward sent. Okay, 100% collects 3 games. Okay, and collect 5 games, collect 8 games? Or 10 games? I can't collect 10 games, so I wonder what would happen when I get past the 8-game system. Okay. Custom display room, and we can select here, and we can go on to our nice little 3D jam, or that's such a big cartridge again as well. So that's so cool. And if we head back, we can see it in our collection. So 3 out of 8 games collected. So actually, yeah, I would only have 8 games in total that I can collect because of the game cartridges that I can actually collect in that area. But we're about at the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for letting me ramble about Simpsons Hit and Run and my childhood and everything like that. I hope you enjoyed watching me mess around and actually do all of this. I'm actually really enjoying this series, and I hope you have enjoyed watching me try and get that 100% complete on all of that. I'm definitely going to try and do that again in the next episode onwards, because it is so cool to be able to actually get something like that. And this playtest has been amazing so far, so we're almost halfway through it already, and I am just proud to be able to actually play this and mess around with it. So, being a person that has played almost about 2 hours of this now, I am so happy. I'm so proud to be able to, of course, do this. And yeah, if you want to go check out and wishlist the game and everything, it is in the description if you want to go check out the game, and I will definitely be purchasing this game when it actually releases. But for now, I've been Sam, you've been awesome, and thank you so much. Bye bye.